Now, you mentioned during your talk just how you called the trade issue. You were on it before everybody else was. The Democrats clearly, in your mind, lost an opportunity.
They took it for granted. They really did. I remember 3 years ago when I went to Capitol Hill and Nancy Pelosi's office during the Christmas time, and they had all this, little Christmas party or whatever. And then I went again just before the State of the Union, the night of the State of the Union. She had a reception in there. And I tried to talk to a few congressional members, House members. They didn't know what Trans-Pacific Partnership was. They hadn't heard of it. It was done in secret. It was negotiated in secret. It was circumventing the law of the country. And there was only a few people that really understood what this was going to do. And finally, every union in America was against it. And if we had done that deal, we would have never done any other trade agreements again. There wouldn't have been a need to do any other trade agreements.
So Pelosi herself wasn't even familiar with the details?
The Democrats missed it. The Democrats did not pay attention to trade. They did not pay attention to the outsourcing of jobs. They talked a good game, but they didn't do anything about it. Trump shows up, says, I'm going to tear the deal up and do something better for you. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin believed him. Said, well, let's give him a chance.
And he was outspoken about trade for years and years, so it was almost like perfect timing, and they should have seen it coming.
And he just, every single speech he gave, he pounded on it. He was very focused on jobs. And the mainstream media in America was saying that, well, Trump tapped into anger. No, he didn't. He tapped into their livelihood. He tapped into their jobs. That's how he won. I mean, how the hell did Hillary Clinton lose Michigan? Because she thought she had it and didn't understand what those people were doing. And I think they're their own worst enemy, the Democrats are, because they don't understand where middle America is. If you take New York and California away from the Democrats, where the hell are they? They got nothing. That's because they haven't messaged properly. That's because they've taken the labor force for granted, and they haven't gone after the proper trade deals. If the Democrats were true believers in workers, they would be for bilateral trade agreements, where you can go cut a deal. If you cut a deal on a bilateral agreement, you can, number one, make sure they don't cheat on currency manipulation. You can control the product coming in. You can stay away from tariffs. And we're the ones with the customers. We're the ones of course they want to do deals with us. Doing deals is going to be like shooting fish in a barrel for Trump. That's the way I see it.
When you were on MSNBC, you were very critical of the Republican Party. Yeah. How do you describe yourself now, politically?
Well, my job is different now. I do the news. I don't do commentary. This is a little out of my wheelhouse right now. But look, I'm a populist. I'm from the middle of the country. That's where I cut my chops in this business. And I think there has to be a level of common sense. I don't agree with Trump on everything. I don't agree with the Democrats on everything. What's going to be very interesting, because all of these town halls that are taking place right now are all based on health care. I'm anxious to see if this moves Trump, because Trump's not stupid. Trump will go with the people. If he has to slow down health care, he will. I mean, that's what I think. I mean, I think he's pragmatic, and I think he wants to win. He wants to win for the little guy. I mean, he's made enough money, and the other thing is, middle America went to Trump because he was not bought and paid for. He was the perfect Citizens United candidate. Think about it. He doesn't owe anybody anything. But he believes in a tax cut. He believes in a better trade deal. That kind of makes him a little bit of a lefty on the trade deal. We're going to have some level of protectionism in America. You can't do a bilateral trade agreement unless you have some level of protectionism. And that's the word that the conservatives have had a hard time with. Accept it. We're the ones with the product. We're the ones that can make stuff. We want to make stuff again, and that will put us in a very strong position. And so it ain't about Wall Street. If he can get the middle class to revive, Wall Street will take care of itself.
Now, I do have
because you know why? Yeah. Where does the middle class invest? The middle class puts their education fund in Wall Street. The middle class puts their retirement in Wall Street. The middle class puts their healthcare savings account in Wall Street. So if he does something for the middle class and reverses all of this, he is no doubt going to be able to take care of if he deregulates Wall Street and helps the middle class and does these bilateral trade deals, he's got a real chance to have a run, I think. And I think the Democrats know this, and they don't know how to counter it. You know what the Democrats are right now? They want to do investigations with the FBI in Russia. Come on.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Do you think that will hamper Trump's agenda, the Democrats pushing for the investigation of Russia and the Trump campaign?
I think the Democrats right now are looking for anything legal to hang around Trump's neck. I think Keith Ellison's talking impeachment. The Congressional Black Caucus is talking impeachment. I mean, can we at least try to move America forward? They ought to be focused on saving health care. They ought to be focused on making sure we don't privatize Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. That's where the Democrats ought to be. Instead, they're chasing down scandals and making them up, and I'm a little disappointed in them right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if we keep hearing about Russia and possible connections between the Trump team for the rest of his first term. I wouldn't be surprised, because it seems like they're just going to keep pushing that.
Well,
so you think that's the wrong strategy?
I don't think Russia's the enemy of the United States. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that they're going to invade Estonia. I don't believe that they're going to, punch into Romania. I don't believe that. I mean, I think this is all big paranoia. They don't have the conventional forces to do that anyway. There's no way that Russia could match the United States in conventional forces, but they have retooled all of their nuclear arsenal. They got to carry a big stick.